In the world of home entertainment, the debate between 4K and 8K TVs has been gaining a lot of attention. As manufacturers push for newer and better technologies, the question arises, is upgrading to an 8K TV really worth it? Or is 4K still the better choice? With the promise of sharper images, greater detail, and an overall better viewing experience, 8K technology certainly sounds appealing. But does it live up to the hype? Or is it simply an overhyped marketing tool? In this article, we'll explore the differences between 4K and 8K and help you decide if making the jump to 8K is really necessary for your home setup. The first thing to understand about 8K and 4K TVs is the concept of resolution. Resolution refers to the number of pixels on the screen, with more pixels translating to a clearer, sharper image. 4K resolution, which is also known as Ultra HD, is 3840 by 2060 pixels, totaling around 8.3 million pixels. In contrast, 8K resolution is 7680 by 4320 pixels, packing a whopping 33 million pixels. At first glance, this seems like a huge difference. 8K has 4 times the number of pixels as 4K. In theory, this should result in much sharper images, but the reality is more nuanced. The next factor to consider is the size of the TV screen and the distance you sit from it. The difference between 4K and 8K resolution is only noticeable when you have a very large screen or are sitting extremely close to the TV. On average, for most people with a 65-inch TV or smaller and a normal viewing distance, the difference between 4K and 8K is hard to detect. Even on a larger screen, the extra resolution becomes evident only when you sit very close to the screen, something most people don't typically do. For many home setups, 4K already delivers an impressive level of clarity, and 8K might not provide a noticeable improvement in day-to-day viewing. One of the biggest hurdles for 8K technology right now is content availability. While 4K content has become increasingly common, with most streaming services like Netflix, Amazon Prime, and Disney Plus offering 4K movies and shows, there is still very little native 8K content available. Even major TV networks are still in the process of transitioning to 4K broadcasts, let alone 8K. For gaming, consoles like the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X technically support 8K output, but they don't run games in native 8K resolution. The only real source of 8K content is YouTube, which has a small selection of videos shot in 8K, but even then, the selection is limited. This lack of content makes it difficult to take full advantage of an 8K TV, which could leave buyers feeling like they are paying a premium for technology that is, at the moment, largely unused. Another factor to consider is the bandwidth required to stream 8K content. 4K streaming already demands a fast internet connection, with speeds of around 25 megabits per second being the typical minimum for smooth playback. In contrast, 8K streaming requires a significantly faster internet connection, typically around 100 Mbps per second or higher, making it impractical for many households. Additionally, streaming 8K content requires much more data, which could result in slower speeds or even buffering on slower connections. For those without access to ultra-fast internet, 8K may not be a practical choice at all. While some 8K TVs use upscaling technology to improve the appearance of lower resolution content, this doesn't offer the same level of detail as true native 8K footage. Upscaling is a process where the TV takes 4K or lower resolution content and enhances it to fit the 8K screen. While modern upscaling technology has improved significantly, it's still not the same as having true 8K content. In fact, many high-quality 4K TVs with advanced processing capabilities can often provide a better overall picture than an 8K TV upscaling lower resolution content. Then there's the price. 8K TVs tend to come with a significant premium compared to 4K models. Not only is the hardware more expensive, but because 8K TVs are newer technology, they often feature cutting-edge features such as enhanced HDR, better color accuracy, and advanced AI processing. However, for many people, these added features may not be enough to justify the higher cost, especially considering that the additional resolution may not offer a visible improvement for most viewing situations. On the other hand, high-quality 4K TVs, especially those with OLED or mini-LED technology, already offer stunning picture quality and are available at a more affordable price point. For the average consumer, 4K remains the sweet spot. It offers a perfect balance of stunning image quality, availability of content, and price. As of now, 4K is supported by most streaming services, gaming consoles, and TV broadcasts. It's also more accessible in terms of affordability, with a wider range of options available to suit different budgets and preferences. While 8K technology may become more relevant in the future as more content becomes available, it's still in its early stages. At this point, most consumers will find that investing in a high-quality 4K TV offers the best value for money. In the future, 8K may become more important as content creators and broadcasters transition to higher resolutions and as internet speeds improve. But for now, 4K is more than enough for most viewing situations. Whether you're upgrading your home theater system or shopping for a new TV, 4K is the better option for most people. If you're not sitting extremely close to a massive screen and don't have access to a significant amount of 8K content, the upgrade to an 8K TV may not be worth the investment. In conclusion, the decision between 4K and 8K comes down to your specific needs and viewing habits. If you have a large screen, are planning to use the TV for future-proofing purposes, and are willing to pay a premium for the latest tech, an 8K TV might be worth considering. However, for most viewers, 4K is still the best choice for providing an excellent viewing experience at a reasonable price. Ultimately, 8K may be the future of home entertainment, but for now, 4K is still king.